Hello, students, and welcome to another English class. As you know, I am teacher Kevin Sánchez. You can call me teacher Kevin, okay? It is okay for me. So today we're going to have another important class. The topic for today is telephone numbers. So please be ready, guys, because this topic, it's very important. Okay, the lesson for today is for 7th grade. As I said before, welcome again, students. Sorry, please do not forget that we are working on unit 1, which is nice to meet you. That is the name of our unit. Okay, let's continue. Okay, guys, please pay careful attention here, because if you really pay careful attention to this, at the end of this class, you will be able to do this, okay? For example, at the end of the lesson, students will be able to, number 1, give telephone numbers properly. Number 2, pronounce number without pronunciation mistakes. Number 3, apply rising and falling intonation to numbers. And number 4, which is the last one, please recognize telephone numbers through listening tasks, okay? So, as I said before, please pay attention. And if you have questions, do not hesitate of letting me know. Hey, teacher, raise your hand. Teacher, I have a question. Okay, and I will try to give my best answering your question. Okay, and as you know, for our classes, I always have the agenda. For example, the first activity that will take place in my class is the warm-up activity. We're gonna have the warm-up activity at the beginning, then we're going to have the presentation, then the practice time, and then the production time, and finally, we're going to have the evaluation times. The evaluation time, okay? So please, guys, as you see, this is our agenda for today's class. So let's start. Guys, and I have also prepared some key expressions for you to know how to ask for telephone numbers. So please, you need to memorize them. And as we know, nowadays it's very important to know how to ask for telephone numbers, okay? So basically here I have 3 questions which you can use in your conversations in order to ask for a telephone number, okay? So the first expression that I have here is, may I have your phone number? May I have your phone number? Is the first one. Then we have, what is your phone number? What is your phone number? And the last one, which is, what's your number? What's your number? Okay, guys. So these 3 questions you can use for asking telephone numbers to someone. Okay. And how we can say, yes, sure. Okay, for example, we can say, sure, it, and you are going to start giving the name, the number, sorry. Then we have, of course, it is, and as I mentioned before, you're going to start giving the telephone number, okay? So those are the key expressions. Okay, so let's continue with the class. Okay, guys, this is the warm-up time. So what are we going to do? Easy. Okay, guys, so I have these fruits ready for you guys. Okay, guys. What are you going to do? Okay, number 1, you are going to tell me the name of the fruit. Then you are going to spell the name of the fruit. Okay, so if you say correctly every fruit, as a reward, you are going to receive the fruit. So, okay, so let's start with our warm-up time. So guys, who is super ready to start? Okay, very good job. It's apple. Excellent. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now we have the presentation. So basically, in telephone numbers, it's important to know how to say the numbers correctly. For example, guys, as we know from 1 to 10. Okay, that is easy for us. Okay, guys, but we're going to see the review from numbers from 10 to 100 because it's very important. For example, 10, 20, 30, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70, 80, 90, and 100, which is the last one. Okay, guys, please learn. You need to learn them, guys. You need to learn them in order to give telephone numbers properly. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so also we have this, which is very important, guys. Okay, please listen to what I'm going to say, and I'm going to try to explain to you. Okay, so tens and teens. Okay, numbers from 13 to 19 are called the teens, and those from 20 to 90 are called the tens. Listen and repeat the following examples, okay? So, as I said before, from 13 to 19 are called the teens, and those from 20, 30, 40 are called the tens, okay? But you need to pay careful attention to this because we have syllable stress. For example, the 10 numbers always receive syllable stress on the first syllable, okay, on the first syllable. 20, 20, because we don't say 20, no, we say 20, okay? 20, then we have 30, 30, 40, and so on. And they are called the tens, okay? The 10 numbers may have syllable stress on either syllable, okay? For example, you're going to say, this could have a stress at the beginning or at the end. 13, or we can say 13. It is almost the same. Okay, then we have 14, 14, 15, 15, and so on. They could have the stress at the beginning or at the end. Okay. However, in order not to confuse the teens with the tens, the last syllable in the teens should be stressed. Okay, so just not to confuse the listener what we are saying. For example, we can use the teens, we're going to use a rising intonation at the end, 13. And we are going to use, for the tens, we're going to use the rising intonation at the beginning. For example, okay, listen to this. 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, okay? So as you can see, we have some examples here. 30, 40, 50, 60, 17, 18, and 19. So please, guys, start doing this. Okay, so let's continue with our class. So this is the practice time. I'm going to play an audio for you to understand, for you to recognize where is the stress here, okay? So now that we have played the audio, and we are going to go to our next activity, which is practice 2. Okay, guys, so now we're going to put into practice the key expression that we have just learned at the beginning of this lesson. Okay, next. Okay, guys, now this is the production time. What you're going to do here, I'm going to play some audios and you have to choose which numbers are saying in the audio. So for example, if you think that what is Brittany's phone number, if you think that it's letter B, you're going to choose letter B. Okay, so but you have to work alone. You don't need to work with your partner. So please be ready for this activity. Guys, but let me ask you guys, do you have internet connection in your computers? No, if no, guys, I have prepared these worksheets here, guys, for you to use it, and I will play the audios right now for you to work on this activity. Okay, let's continue. And this, guys, is another activity that I have prepared for my class. Okay, guys, now if in case we don't have computers with internet access, I have prepared the worksheets here, guys, so we can use them. So please, we're going to work on this activity. For this time, we're going to work in pairs, okay? Okay, we have already worked in this activity, so let's go to the next activity. Guys, this is the evaluation time. What are you going to do? Okay, for this activity, you have to go around the classroom and ask your peers for telephone numbers, okay? And then what are you going to do? At home, you are going to send me an audio in which you can tell me how to apply rising and falling intonation to tens and teens. And then you're going to send me an audio pronouncing the numbers you just asked for in class here, okay? Let's continue. And this is the reminder, guys. Please do not forget to do your homework. To do your homework, it's very important, guys, because in this way, your English is going to go to the next level. So also guys, thank you so much for being here in this class. I really appreciate your time, and please working guys, please start working on your activity, and have a great day guys.